Good morning, Sandra here from AtelierVintageRose. Today I want to show you how I constructed this little explosion box. And it's an explosion box where I made a little dollhouse room in. So Nancy Light from the craft room from Shabby Art Boutique requested that I show her. So here I am. The first one is that I made it from a 12 by 12 inch paper, but today I will show you also how to construct this with those A4 or letter size piece of paper that the whole Shabby Art Boutique kit exists of. So yeah, let's start. The first thing what I did myself was I made it from a 12 inch piece of paper, and it's just you take the 12 inch, score it at 4 inch, 4 inch, 4 inch that way, 4 inch that way, and you have all these pieces, and the only thing you cut off of this piece is this corner. You cut off that corner and you leave here a strip to glue A and B together. Those are these sides. You want to glue them together on the back. And then you cut this in, because that's the B side that comes up. That's this side that comes up. And then you want to cut in the this side, because that one is loose here, because this one flaps over here and this one goes over there. And you want to cut in this one, and that's this one that you cut in. So that's all you do. And then for this one, you use a strip from this paper that you cut off as a closing for this side. So you just glue it under, and then you can fold it over and you have a closing. And these are the pieces where you put the seam binding. I put it underneath this one because you're going to cover up the outside anyway. So that is the construction of this one. This is simply a square of 5 3/4 inch. And you score it at 3/4 inch on 3 sides. You cut it in, and then you fold it as a box. So you cut in here, 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 and here, and then you just fold it in and glue it in, and you have a box. So that's as simple as that. So that's 5 3/4 inch, and you score it at 3/4 inch at all sides. And now I will show you how to make this from A4 paper. It doesn't matter if you use letter size or A4 size, because I'm going to use the full width of your paper. So the first step is I'm going to cut this off at 8.5 inches. I already measured that out. Cut it at 8.5. I'm going to leave that. Then you have a piece that is 8.5, and in my case it's 8 1/4 because it's A4 size, but I believe in letter size it's 8.5 as well. But that's okay, because then you just have more room to glue stuff on. And the next step we're going to do with this piece is to score it. This is the 8 1/4 side, so this is how your paper comes. We're going to score it at 4 inch and 8 inch. Oh, that's a little bit more tricky. And I'm not going to score it at 1/4 and then 8, because I really want those 4 inches to be correct. So that's why I'm scoring it at 4 and 8. Then I'm going to turn my paper that way, so the little score line is on the bottom. And I'm going to score it again at 4 inches and 8 inches. And then you can see that now I have a little bit of more on this side. That's 1/2 inch, and this is 1/4 inch. So this is the first one we are scoring like this. So you have 1/4 inch on that side and 1/2 inch on that side. Then we take the other paper and we are going to cut that at 8.5 as well. So this is 8.5. And then we're also going to cut that at 4 inches. So you rotate it and you cut it at 4 inches this way. And then you rotate it again. And you're going to cut this one at 4 inches. And another one at 4 inches. So you have 2 squares now. This part we need to cut off at 4 inches. So just cut this one to 4 inches. That means you have to cut with letter size. I think it means you have to cut off 1/2 inch, but with A4 you have to cut off that 1/4 inch. Yep. We are going to score that at 4 inches and at 8 inches. So that's what we have right now. We have a big piece, a smaller piece, and 2 separate pieces. And now I'm going to put letters on them to know where they come. These 2 separate squares, they are B and C. So yeah, then the long piece is with the square on top. There you can see the score marks. The upper square is E, and then this one is D. And on the little strip you put a C, because that's where C is going to be glued on. And then this one, on this one you can put a B on the strip and another B on this strip. And then this corner you are going to cut out, and you are going to cut off this strip as well. This you are going to lose as well. We are going to put a D over here on this little strip. Then we are going to put an H here, an A here, a F here, and a G here. It doesn't matter that you wrote on the paper, because we are going to put a fancy paper on top of that. What we're doing right now is we are going to cut in this little strip on top between the B's, and we're going to cut away that little piece there. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to cut this in and cut this away. I'm cutting this straight for the start because I don't know where it all comes, so I will see that later. And then the next step is we're going to cut in the line between the A and the G. So I'm going to cut that in as straight as I can. There you have it. And then I have to get rid of this line. So I'm going to cut this one in. And then we are going to, I'm going to rotate this one bit, and this is my A-frame, and that is this piece of the box. So I'm going to fold that up, to line it up with this one. Sorry, I have to use my bone folder for that, not my nails. So that's my A, and then I am going to fold this B piece over, because that's where my other one is going to be connected, and I'm going to fold this one over as well. And I'm also going to fold up this little strip, tiny strip D. And then I can also fold over this one, which is actually this piece of paper that folds over that one that way. Then we can fold over this one, And then you can see that this one goes this way. That's this one that gets a closure. This is the wall over here. So we already have a little bit of a base. So we're going to take the next pieces. And the first piece we're going to take is the B. And the B piece, we are just going to glue that on this part where it says B. So we are going to glue that one down. You can just cut in those corners a little bit. This one is a little bit big, so just going to cut that in. And as I'm gluing it, I'm going to fold it over to see whether I'm a little bit straight. And I am. So I do this with wet glue because then you have a little bit wiggle room. And next I'm going to glue my A piece upright up against the B piece, like that. And we're going to take the other part and we are going to, this was the EDC, we're going to fold C up, right? And then we have the C part here and we are going to glue that on like that. But we are going to wait for that. We're first going to fold this one over because this one is going to be the one on top of the E. So I know, of the C. So I know I have to minor that one a little bit because like this, it doesn't close very well. So I'm going to take a little strip off of the C. Just a tiny strip. It's a strip like this, so it's really tiny. And then I know that it will fold better. You can always do that later. Just glue it on and then take the strip up. But now it closes better. So yeah, I'm going to put C on. I will minor these edges tiny little bit. And then your box is already almost done, or the room, should I say. Well, it is a box, it's an explosion box. So you just glue that on here. And then you are going to glue this D part on that tiny edge. So put glue on the D part. That's going on there. And fold this up. It will hold like that. And that one, oh, we forgot to fold this one in. Well, do that now. So yeah, you have the room. And then you are going to decorate it. I decorated mine with, I glued this one on the wrong side. You can do it the same paper. But I decorated mine with this piece of paper, and that is in the kit, and I just wait for it. I just made a floor out of that one, and that goes on these four sides. And the other ones I decorated with this piece of paper, and I believe I got the journaling cards for that, journaling card size for that. So I reduced it in my computer to a smaller size, but you have a lot of journaling cards, and that's where I decorated the rest with. So this is from a journaling card, and this background also, and this is in the kit, that little envelope pocket. I think it's a pocket, it's not an envelope. And well, what you have to do now is first glue on the seam binding on the back. So you glue on your flooring, you glue on your wallpapers. Sorry, I have a tiny frame. You glue on your wallpapers, you glue on your flooring. And then you, before you close everything on the other side, I first have a little strip. So from this extra paper, you just cut a little strip, and you just glue it on the back side of this one. So on the back side of the F, and then you can just fold it over and it closes. And I put a magnet on the strip and then put a picture on it, and the other magnet is, and I will look for you where it is. Oh, it's on the bottom of this piece. So on the bottom of F, I put the magnet. And for this one, I just put on the bottom of the other side, so bottom of this side on D, I just put some seam binding here on the top and here on the bottom, so I can close it like that. But you can close it any way you like. So yeah, that was the box, and now I will explain the lid to you. That's just a couple of sizes and it's very easy. For the lid of this box, I'm going to take one of the printables, and I'm going to cut it at 6 3/4 of an inch. And on the other side as well as 6 3/4 of an inch. So you have a square. And what we are going to do now, we are going to simply score it, cut it and fold it, and then you have a lid. I'm going to score it at first at 1/2 inch and at 1 1/4. So the first 1/2 inch is going to be tucked inside, and this is going to be the outside of your box. So 1/2 inch and 1 1/4. So that's the scoring. Then we're going to fold of those score lines. And then we are going to cut some stuff off. We're first cutting in the first line, just in an angle on both sides. So we are going to do that on all sides. And then what we are going to do is, I always start with my right one. I'm just going to cut off this piece, and I'm going to cut off this piece so I have a little corner, and then I'm going to cut in this one. So cut off this and then make this one a little minor this corner. So you have a little flap that is straight on these sides and just a notch in on that side. I'm going to do the same thing right here. Cut off the side, cut this off, make this pretty, and then cut this in straight and minor that corner. Then what we are going to do is we are going to fold these in and glue those flaps to the other side, and after that you can fold these over. So these are just in case this paper is not so sturdy. With the cardstock one from the 12-inch, you don't need this extra edge. So that's why that size is 5 3/4, and you score it at 3/4 of an inch. And this one is 6 3/4, and we scored it 1/2 and then 3/4 of an inch because I wanted to make this a little bit more sturdier. As you can see, we've already formed a little bit of a box, and then the only thing you have to do is glue this strip down like so. Hold it, or you can hold it with your bone folder because I have very long nails, but you can just hold it with your bone folder. And you do that on all those sides, and then you have the lid of your box. There you go. So this is the lid, this is the box. Going to decorate that later, and then you have your little room, or you can have just an explosion box. Just fill it with your favorite images or pictures, and you have an explosion box that you can give to someone. So yeah, that's how I made this one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy crafting. And oh, the sun is coming through. It's been a rainy day. If you have any questions, just contact me and I will gladly give you an answer. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.